Beaver, away!
Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, once again, Lucky, your favourite caster. Please vote for me. Anyway, welcome back to the Lockdown Throwdown Tournament 2, hosted by Phoenix Red and powered by Critscast and the Manco Store. My name is Lucky and I'm joined by Wiethoofd on production, ondkaja on the cam once again, and I'm joined again by eepily, the one gorgeous man himself.
It's difficult to look at Ascent and not favour them. And apparently, some of the teams must, I don't know, agree in some way because we're just going live. No messing around. Here we go.
That was insanely fast for two Premiership or Invite level teams to get ready. And we are on to process for this game. We've got Domo and Elcor making their way in towards mid. D-Maul's going to be taking that high ground there as Captain. Going to be trying to bomb in nice and fast on towards D-Maul, but not finding anything there. Class is just going to get jumped back. Pappy now going in for a really deep high bomb, trying to find something. But we've got Josh going in first, actually, in towards the deep backline, but Seed's now being pressured by D-Maul as that point is being happen. And it is going to be Kuno, actually, and Yeehor going to be chilling out and taking that high ground away from Tiger, who's fighting with Domo currently, but getting healed up. Domo, of course, going to have the advantage. He lands a nice purple to Kuno. Kuno's just getting bounced around everywhere, and Mula has decided to abandon Yeehor and run away.
That was very, very solid stuff, actually. In a 3v3, when it's Scout Hills versus Scout Demo Hills, it's a little bit scary. Like, both sides have their advantages, but really, really crucial moment where Domo hit that one pipe on Kuno, and then the focus fire alongside Tiger, securing that frag, basically wins them this mid. As a result, they're feeling pretty comfortable to start walking through choke. We do see Mula just only getting the Uber, and they're taking so much damage here as well. We do see Pappy going in nice and deep. Somehow, Mula with balls of steel, just no interest in using at all. Goes down to 40, just like, nah, man, it's chill, don't worry about it.
Mula's one of those medics who will take it to the limit. He'll go down to 2 HP and still not use. I feel like he's one of those guys. He plays on the edge of his seat the whole game. As you see the high bomb come in as a kind of rebuttal as Josh goes in super deep, and he finds Domo, actually. Not the pick he was looking for, but it's what they sort of needed to manage to get through this choke point, as it looks like they're trying to get aggressive but just retreating now as the health is looking rather dire and they have got a player disadvantage. Classy's just going to be running forwards into their entire side alongside Tiger, who actually gets launched back in towards the choke, and we're just seeing this to and fro of people trying to get in. Elcor actually getting launched there. Captain receives a nice arrow from Seeds as Pappy gets taken down eventually there, and Captain's just going to be left out to dry and does go down.
That was a really, really interesting moment there where they had like a man advantage, but they were basically on the side of Ascent just waiting to get one more pick before they like do that full commit. So it was super, super important for nerdRage to not go for that, just kind of like, you know, feed someone randomly, try to be overly aggressive. Really impressive stuff. You had to hold that. You do see more trade frags coming out every which way. Tiger goes down, trading for Yeehor. And it's staring at Scrappy basically everywhere. You're seeing nerdRage desperately try and get some kind of high ground. Good position. Josh getting his frag towards Classy. Does make it good. And you see him immediately go towards his high ground. The second they get the height, they're securing the rest of the frags. And Season Domo got to be back and all the way and straight to last as well.
Yeah, they haven't even capped out this point yet, so Tiger is actually still on a forward spawn and runs in towards Elcor to try and find that frag. And do they know that they haven't capped? Okay, Yeehor is now capping up mid. They need to not be sticking forwards, Elcor. You need to be sticking that forward spawn before someone runs out and kills your medic, as they are being pressured heavily on towards the last. But Seeds actually has his Uber charge available to him, and the rest of his team are going to be catching respawners on the forwards and now all going to back spawn towards last. But what this has meant by doing that is they've reduced the amount of time they've got to build a sentry gun and keep it up.
I mean, this is true, but they do have an Uber to play with, so kind of worst case scenario, even if nerdRage were massive, massive Kinos and basically ran in with their Uber, there would be that 8 seconds to play with the trade, and, you know, they can find at least deny some position. We do see Scrappy fights towards Lobby. Both soldiers on the side of Ascent going down again, and, like, they traded out, but it does seem a little bit weird. There's a lot of positions where I think Captain and Pappy are really keen on, like, doing stuff together, but sometimes they'll just both die together. And, like, you're not always going to trade out those frags.
No, not all the time. I mean, they are now putting the sentry gun in this spot that I actually really like. This sentry spot is kind of insane because it's super hard to spam. You cannot spam it from 5. You can't spam it from 1. You can spam it from 2, and that's basically the only weakness it's got. But if anyone tries to jump in through 3, they just get shoved around. And if they try and jump in through 4, it's exactly the same fate. They just get pinned to the wall, and there's nothing they can do about it. Yeah, good sentry spot coming out from Classy just to deny sacks. Sentry armor is now being put up for Seeds. So they've got to try and find an opening here, especially with Tiger on the sniper class, as D-Maul goes in, try and make something happen, just gets SMG down. Josh trying to get in as well, but not going to find anything. He is just going to retreat. But we've also got the rebuttal here. Captain going in, gets totally denied by Yeehor, and that is going to be the end of his life.
It is. We do still see this Tiger Sniper. I just want to shout out the 90% LG just then. He actually hit an insane amount of SMG shots. And the thing is, despite the fact that, you know, I mean, Tiger's not known particularly for his sniping. He's known for his incredible mechanics on everything, which does include Sniper. So, be a little bit interested to see what happens once they get 6 people, how they're going to peek and prod. There's a lot of opportunities. You can, you know, sticky up one and try and peek from there. You can try and peek from, like, a lower lobby. Sometimes you can even just, like, hero shot, go through upper lobby, go through, like, a rollout, kind of do whatever. But he will be sniping against a wall who is known a little bit as a kind of semi-sniper main.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing, one good point to bring up, actually, that they haven't really got a sniper main on the side of Ascent. Like, I don't think Classy or Tiger are known to be that scout that goes on to sniper, you know. It's more like, you know, Kunu and Yeehor, both of them known to snipe. But it's a bit weird, actually, seeing a roster where you've got 2 experienced scouts, but you never really see them on the sniper. Tiger, of course, did snipe at land and hit a few nice shots as well, but it looks like he does get a headshot towards Josh there, so Josh is just going to be retreating back through rollout to try and get healed up by his medic as they do, and now we're just going to see the sniper to and fro.
Sniper class, dude. Sniper class. They're going to sit around, they're going to get that bust, they're going to do their peek, they're going to hit their body shots, and then in a second a soldier's going to die, and it's not... It's one of the situations where, like, when you headshot a soldier, and technically that then opens things up. You could go for a sack while peeking with your sniper, but it's not going to be like the be-all and end-all. Like a demo or a medic pick, obviously, you know. Ideally, if you just kill the medic, that would be fantastic. But,
that'd be fantastic,
I mean,
yeah.
Siege is sitting there inside the dispenser. I don't even know if it's physically possible at this point. Oh!
Flashbacks.
Peeking and prodding. That's true, actually. I've said this before from this exact position. Ugh. Not going to happen, though. Tiger wins that engagement. Oh! And Yeehor's gone down as well. Hello, boys. This is opening things up. Oh, the headshot from Tiger as well. That's cheeky. That's cheeky.
Yeah. Okay, Ellicott actually eats a massive sticky there and actually gets super low and has to retreat. But Pappy now moving back towards his medic as well. Just going to get arrowed up, but the respawners now come in for the side of nerdRage. But there is some deep aggression coming out from Captain. In towards the medic. Nearly drops Moolah. Nice bomb from Captain. Actually finding a frag there. Siege is calling for the team to get forward so he can pop the supercharge out. He does eventually use it, but there's no demo man available as they manage to get Domo back on towards last. This Uber has been a total waste, and they haven't done anything with it. But Classy just elevating D-Wall in the air using force powers, but Kunu's just going to meat shot him against the wall, heading towards last, trying to get on top of Seeds. Moolah commits as well. Oh no, it's a disaster. Domo finds the 2 frags to stop this entire push.
Mate, Domo is laying pipe, continuing, I will say, because he's been hitting them shots today. Slightly scary positions there, but this is looking pretty good for Ascent, and you can see nerdRage, they're kind of just chilling on mid right now. It will be Ascent getting control a second. They have this big Uber advantage as well, but we have another sniper main. Wants to play a little bit more sniper. This time, going to be Kunu, trying to see what opportunities he can to at least get an early force on Seeds. Very possible that we see just a nice, deep, aggressive Uber from the side of Ascent once they get this in about 2 seconds.
nerdRage haven't actually shown that they have this sniper yet, though, so they've still got that hidden sniper aggression, and he eventually fires and finds Pappy, so now that they know it, and Seeds pops pretty much immediately, but they've lost 2. One got barreled in the choke by a bunch of spam, and the other one gets body shot. What are you going to do about it? It's a long point to try and get on top of, especially after Kunu's positioning all the way back on that midpoint, which would have meant he would have been able to snipe from second as well, should that have actually happened, but they managed to retake second here, D-More bombing force to find that space, and they're now in a fortunate position that they're in, where they have Kunu who can snipe in towards last, but unfortunately, he's monkey class, and this is Uberad, so it's not going to help them too much. Tiger on the forward spawner is going to go for that shot, but doesn't find it. Eventually, he does headshot Kunu, though. They take down the sentry gun immediately, and he does swap off of the sniper class eventually, so now 2 scouts up. Seeds is actually going to get caught here in the upper area by the nerdRage squad, but they are finding the frags here as a bunch of them go down. It's just Yeehor left alive, but Yeehor is actually in behind, has been spotted out by Tiger, is going to try and run towards that forward spawner. They know he's there. He eventually gets taken down. They also find Moolah as well, who was trying to escape out a second.
What a weird situation. That was just a little bit bizarre. Didn't seem to... I don't know. I don't even have words for that. Well, you know what I do have some words for? The fact that Kunu's just like, well, I mean, worked last time. What if I just go sniper again? This time, no Uber even to be used. Instead, Ascent looking just a hardcore bust through. Probably a little bit ahead of his friends, but going to keep himself just about alive. This delay does mean nerdRage players are going to be here. They're ready to play. They want to keep control this as much as possible. But the longer this goes on, the more important it's going to be for something good to happen for nerdRage. And they pick up Tiger and Captain, so yeah. Goodbye, Ascent. back to second you go.
Yeah, get out of there. Get out of here! As they are starting to come into a second here. As Pappy just posturing super forward, and Josh is just going to bomb to get that space so he gets out. And we've also got Demon now trying to cut off these players, but get Scattergun back. And that is going to mean Pappy gets to keep his existence as he finds that help back as well. Bombing towards Domo as well! Josh finds that pick. That's a massive pick to find. And this is going to open up last now for the side of nerdRage, as they are going to be making their way towards lobby, eepily.
Yeah, they are going to be, but Siege does have his Uber, so once again, there's the opportunity, if they just want to go for some kind of Uber trade once the side of nerdRage does commit. Instead, they're going to be moving people vaguely towards point. Cutie goes down, trades with Captain, and they pick up Classy. So Alakor, you just see him walking all the way forward. They're going to be forcing up this Uber considerably better for Mula now. It's like 30% or so, and the damage is looking good as well. And even Happy goes down in this. This is pretty tragic all the way around. nerdRage just stomping him into the dirt, getting them their first round.
I want to point out how well Mula played that. He went, like, he baited Kunu essentially. Kunu went in deep, did get caught, but because Kunu was in on his own, they were so busy focusing Kunu that they couldn't block the bombing soldiers or Elakor that came in to force Seeds, and they just forced out that Uber, and Mula was just arrowing from inside of lobby, and no one was pressuring him, comes back in with the Uber, saves Elakor, and then they just win it out, killing players one by one. So great focus fire from them as we're heading into the next mid. Elakor's actually going to be taking this right-hand side this time, but that does mean the high bombs are coming in super early from the side of Ascent, but they're not finding anything with these. They have lost 2. They lose 3 as Pappy goes down. Also, Doma's going to be trying to retreat through the choke. Is going to try and jump out, but gets cleaned up by Kunu pretty much immediately. Both scouts are currently on the chase as Classy is still up, but Seeds actually getting juggled there above the ceiling. Is going to slow him down a little bit. He's going to be escaping towards 5. D-Moore is too weak to make any more rocket jumps happen. They're still trying to find him. Elakor goes in. Seeds sucks it up and actually goes down in the end as Elakor actually kills himself on a roller somehow. And Jihor and Kunu are going to die for this. Mula is going to be escaping. Mula, why did you chase, sir? You are now going to die. Oh my god, he nearly escapes actually, but Tiger finds that frag. He's not going to let that one go. It's just Josh left alive, but this was a massive overchase.
I mean, it was. I'm going to make it clear right now. This is still a mid-fight. I know what you're thinking. Seems like it's about 5 minutes ago. It's still a mid-fight. Josh is seemingly behind them. Pappy didn't see. Doesn't matter. Should still with the engagement. Okay, yeah, still. We still got ourselves a mid-fight. This is a 6v5. nerdRage just about rolling out, and they're like, all right. What if we just calm down for 3 seconds, try and keep hold a second, because this is going to be hard anyway. With Josh down, they're missing a lot of firepower, and they need to like deny this choke like super close if they want to commit to this. They're playing towards point. Demol does get this first frag. That does make it just a little bit easier, but they're trading every which way. Pappy getting some decent damage, but just not securing anything. Somehow threading the needle and hitting nothing. And
Mula is just not. Mula took 0 damage. I was just watching his health bar the whole time. He didn't lose a single point of health. Seeds actually does have Uber advantage here because Mula did die a little bit later. If they know about this Uber, it could be a little bit of a disaster because of the positioning of the medics. But Seeds eats a ton of damage. He does pop out the super pretty much immediately, and Mula is just going to be retreating as he now gets a supercharge, but they do lose 2. And that does mean that Domo is going to be trying to get in towards second now, but he is on his own. Seeds is nowhere to be seen. There is no backup for these 2 players, which are inside of second. Domo getting forced back now, and the respawners are now coming in 6 seconds time from the side of nerdRage. So the sacks need to happen now or never.
Yeah, I think it's going to be never. This is going to be big old advantage for Mula. Inside of Ascent, they're perfectly happy just to get this high ground and start getting this opportunity to spam, and then you can kind of, jump people in with it. They're getting really good damage towards this choke. You saw, like, Kuna just get, like, pounded into the dirt. Elakor goes super weak as well, so that delays them a little bit longer. They've got to arrow him now. They've got to see what's going on. Now they've got to think to themselves, are we still going to make this push without a scout? Like, do we want to go for, like, a super heavy commit? Because, I mean, Seeds builds Uber better than nearly any other medic. And they're actually going to say, nah, man, bugger it. 50% add, not enough. We're going to chill on second and play as equal.
Yeah, they're 1 round up as well. Yeah, they're 1 round up as well, so they've got this space to play with now, so I think it's okay. But if you're going to use these Uber advantage pushes, going from choke, I feel like is a very risky move. You've still got all that open ground to get bombed from. It's hard to check all the angles that can happen on process mid. So maybe if they just went through sewer, popped through, and tried to find Seeds that way, it would have been a bit better. But Seeds obviously notorious for his positioning as well. Whether you're going to find that frag or not is another question. But I think going for frags is a much safer bet when you're taking these long distance Uber fights where you're trying to jump as far as possible. If you can find 2 frags onto 2 players that aren't the medic, you can potentially turn that into a second push and pin them in there last and make sure they can't do anything.
Yeah, sometimes if you're quick enough, it isn't like you need your Uber to get absolutely everything. Sometimes you just need to, you can get positioned, you can get like a frag or 2, and that's kind of all you need. But you see Ascent getting aggressive towards the flank here, a lot of damage to Maul getting caught completely unawares. going to lose his life now as well. And we do have Tiger all the way on the back lines. He is the 1v1 king himself. He decided to run into a doorway with 2 people, so that was optimistic. And yeah, and Ascent could be chilling on mid. That's not really the Tiger magic we used to.
Oh my god, okay, bye-bye. He's dead. And Josh eats a 50 damage crater just then and goes down. Unfortunate there. But Tiger actually in the last game, he was like running into the flank and finding like 2 shots onto soldiers. It was disgusting, and he would take no damage either. So he is really he makes Flank Scout a new art in itself, and it's beautiful to watch. But Classy's just going to be peeking out to second. He's going to be checking those traps for seeds so he can get in here, as the stickies are now dead actually from Elikor. So the trap that he did have on the floor is going to be detonated, so it means the choke is open, and Pappy comes in super deep here. It's up to Elikor to try and pin off this choke here. He's just going to be sticking that floor there. Does land a nice pipe on towards Classy as well, but it looks like Seeds is going to be trying to get through and just muscle his way in now, and then pipes come in onto Seeds. He drops the Uber again. Oh my god, that's insane. Elikor there doing such a good job just pinning them down.
Mate, that is a straight Kobe right now, and it's the twofer. That is so bad. It just opens things up now on the side of nerdRage, who just pick up another one as well. It's gonna be even better. They can keep walking on through, get control of point, keep getting frags, and keep Willa from using her own Uber. But they've lost them all, and they've lost Elikor. Still so resistant on using this Uber. Surely at some point they're gonna have to. Kunu looks like he wants it. He wants to chase through choke. He wants to get the scout. Doesn't quite secure that frag, but Classy does go down, get some decent damage here as well. Has to be just about close enough to keep getting this Uber, but Uber's kind of been used for one player. This bit of positioning's okay, and they don't have mid. Like, yeah, they can't chase any further. No way at all.
Yeah, nerdRage are doing actually a super awful job of focusing cap time. They just all want to chase as much as possible to get those frags. I mean, it is the correct call, but against a team like Ascent, they understand what they need to do to escape these situations, and they've done it very well time and time again. They're trying to get on top of Seeds, but Seeds is just in a ball of his team. Not really taking any damage here, but Yeehor is actually doing so much work. Meat shots Captain into the other side of the map, and does actually make his way back towards his medic. Is going to get arrowed up now, so he does survive that whole engagement. Kunu is sitting on the rock as well, waiting for Captain to maybe come through here. And Captain's actually gone all the way back towards lobby, and they are managing to defend this midpoint. Seed's finding his Uber now, so Domo's going to be making his way forwards. But it looks like Demor is now full HP. Demor's not being stopped either. Does manage to get his way back to the high ground here, and they need to get going like he just mentioned, because Mula is at 95%, about to find his Uber, so they could make a trade in towards mid.
They absolutely could. We still see fights on the back lines. Captain has been killed by Mr. Scout, so that's a sad day for everyone. Rest in peace. And Tiger as well throws away his life. Weird situation. They could have possibly held it. Now Ascent are going to be thinking to themselves, do we try and hold this close? We go for the trade? What they actually do is they play from point, they lose Pappy as well, and now this is like, oh, it's not a comfortable position at all. They can try and back on choke. There's no way. This is nuke. This is nuke. Somehow Seeds doesn't use yet though.
Demor's going in once again, trying to find the rockets. Loads of damage out towards Captain, but he's going to surf all the way back Seeds, and Seeds is all the way back by 1. They can make their way through choke right now, and they would have been able to do something, but unfortunately, the team just isn't in a position to do anything there, and they have even Ubers now, so it's just all going to chill out back towards this mid to second. Demor's going to get a respawner, and we might see some kind of sack attempt come out the side of Ascent, but it looks like they are just happy enough to get buffed up and wait for their next opportunity.
Which may well be this Demor sniper. It's feeling it, you know? Obviously, Process, pretty decent map for doing some sniping on. You can, you know, some quite long angles, especially from above point, which is exactly where Demor's going. Possibly, sometimes you can get, like, the scout on the fence, or, you know, various different things like that. All importantly, obviously, is this first shot on the sniper. Just, yeah, obviously, the second you shoot, the other team's going to hear it. They can be like, wow, they've got a sniper, let's not play in idiot spots. But, up until you take that shot, people might be in idiot spots.
Fun fact, by the way, the human ear is more likely to hear the AWP hand shot go off than they are the default sniper because it has less bass.
Demor missed, unfortunately, and therefore that first shot will not matter. Even though it was really, really close, it didn't happen. So they can be aware of the sniper, and they will be playing accordingly. This does obviously mean that with one less spam player, they can possibly just go for some scrappy little fight. For example, just running at Demor and running at Elikor.
Oh, they get the force out. They do so much damage to Elikor. But oh no, in return though, Domo goes down. But Elikor also dying means no Demo Man and no D-Maul actually, who wasn't the sniper class. But now they've got Captain moving in on the flank, is going to pick up that health back, but he's going to be jumping all the way around. Nice little rotation. The dual rockets come out towards Josh, but he doesn't actually end up catching them. Yeehaw on the low ground here in a very precarious position, needs to get arrowed up immediately, but is going to get caught in the corner by the Scatgun of Classy. It's going to be D-Maul trying to get back in towards the fight on a respawner, but just craters immediately and is now being dominated by Captain. And Josh also dies to his own rocket, so it is meaning that Mula, Kunu, and Elcor all going to be escaping back in towards last. A very wise decision.
Yeah, there was a moment just then where I thought my damage numbers had broken on my screen, but I think Yeehaw's scattergun pellets were just perfectly like surrounding people in every shot, and I think I could see a little bit of frustration in his eyes just then. Unlucky, you know, it happens.
Very unfortunate. They've actually opted for the Yeehaw Pyro, but he ain't no Gazzy, so whether this will matter or not, on process, I think Pyro can be a bit hit or miss. It's a very wide last point, so you can't really stuff people in unless they go one. But there's no uber advantages to play with, so the Pyro, a bit of a questionable decision, I think, as they send in Tiger for a sack in towards Mula. The damage is down, they do pop it out eventually. Mula doing a really good job of milking that one out, but unfortunately that last rocket was coming from him, so he had to use a nice little use there as the reflect comes out from Yeehaw to defend his medic one more time. And Seeds is going to be on the low ground. He does actually use this uber. It looks like the pressure was too much for him, and they are just sending all these players back. And Domo getting forced onto that low ground, but Classy also getting pushed back by the flames. Ellicott going to be trying to move in as well. Does assist with that kill on towards Pappy and manages to get that frag down. So they managed to fend that off entirely because Seeds managed to get forced behind the point. Very well played there from the side of nerdRage.
That was so weird. The tail end of that, like, I don't know, people were in just like the weirdest positions I've ever seen players, and then it ended up just being really normal. So yeah, this is slight advantage on the side of Mula. It's like 20%. It's not even 20% at this point, right? Like, you can't even do a full commit push from that anyway. So they did do like a little bit of spy checking different things. Josh has gone down, possibly. This might be Ascent. Like, Ascent's going to want to chill for like 5 seconds, right? You want to get your own Uber and then, like, you know, we'll do some sack attempts. Even with Josh going down, they got a couple things they want to do first. Now it's going to be the opportunity. Let's walk two people on in. Demo's gone down, trading alongside Captain. There's still a Pyro. Pyro class does still exist. You have Overlord 2020. He's going to right-click. Pappy is going to do his bestest anyway.
Yeah, I mean, sitting in the soldier at this point and against the Pyro is not going to be enough. Yeah, so Pappy actually going down there as well, but they do find Ellicor and Yeehaw. And oh my god!
What?
Excuse me?
What?
Meat shots him down on the point. Now it's just going to be Mula left alive. D-Maul gets a respawner, hits the roof, unfortunately. It's just going to get chucked around and goes down. And this was a disaster, eepily. Oh my god, it's 1-1.
Did Kunu just get two-shot into the Shadow Realm? And I just saw the saddest looking Mula of my life, just standing there like, well, guess I'm not very good. Everyone died. Unlucky.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, and it's an equalizer is what it is. 7 minutes 40 left on the clock. And, you know, still everything to play for right now. Mid number 3.
Yeah, D-Maul's going to be taking that high ground away from Classy, but Classy just getting shot back there towards his medic so he can get over here once again. Pappy going in for a high bomb, landing on this side. Super deep, but Captain making the super deep bomb is just going to get cleaned up on the floor there. Nice focus fire from the scouts to take him down. We've got these scouts on the flank right now. Pappy eventually going down Mula with a nice surf towards that pack, but no pressure down on towards Seeds and loads of red health bars on the side of the blue team, and they are way more split than the side of Ascent as they do find Yeehaw as well. It looks like they are now going to be escaping back into the second, but Mula doesn't have a chariot, and it is going to be Ellicor moving in, but he's got the movement of Jesus. It is going to escape. He is actually linking back up with Kunu. He's going to be running back towards one, but he's taking that fight with Classy. Classy actually wins it, but leaves Mula alone as they clean up this point. But it looks like Kunu actually died there to the arrow from Seeds, and he didn't realise, and that means Mula's going to survive and have 100% Uber to defend this last with.
He is, and I was gonna say 6-second spawners means there's an opportunity if Ascent just want to waddle on in, but with the fact that they had this like 0 cap on second, they've actually just got to like leave one capping mid, get on second, trying to hold this nice and close, and then do, oh my god, what is Josh is just running at the demo man, and he gets Omo, fantastic play.
Oh, Kunu as well, finding the body shot onto Classy. Pappy going down towards the shotgun from Yeehaw. They do force out the Uber, however, Captain finds it. But Seeds is retreating back in towards mid. We've got 9 seconds on these respawners, and they didn't even cap the point eepily, which means they're able to push in towards mid as he lands a nice headshot to Captain in the air. Tiger's getting forced back now. The whole pressure of the entire nerdRage firepower on his behind. Captain is the only one in this mid. Nice little jump there towards Choke, but gets air sticky by Elikor into the floor. They pop out this Uber on Seeds, but it looks like Mula is all the way back in Choke as Josh is still in. Nice damage onto Domo as well, which means they should be able to find this frag, but Demon will jump for some reason in the air and is going to counter frag himself. And Classy's going to be on the high ground now. Elikor, the double air pipe onto Classy! Oh my lord.
What was like any part of that fight? That was just so weird. That was just so weird, man. I don't know. Credit where it's due. nerdRage are just like making things happen. We see a soldier going nice and deep. Captain Skybox won't hit his last little bit of damage. 29 HP. A hit shot from Kunu. Oh, it's crispy. Mwah, mwah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Big old Uber advantage. Genuinely, Mula's kind of nuts right now.
Yeah, Mula is destroying. This guy is insane. I gave him MVP the last game we watched. I'm tempted to give him MVP again. He's destroying. Elikor also doing the same thing, however, just air piping everything out of existence. And Pappy actually going to be in the lobby area, is going to retreat actually back into towards last as Mula decides to eat a direct rocket to the face. He's got to have some damage taken on his logs, otherwise it will be, you know, framed for cheating or something. So it looks like Elikor's going to be moving in on this right-hand side. Does spot out the sentry gun, and Captain going to be bombing towards 5 just to deny that aggression coming out from them. Seeds, however, is about to get his Uber charge despite this advantage that they had. So it looks like nerdRage are very content with just chilling out and letting their sniper do some work.
Yeah, I feel like they knew it was about a 20% advantage or so, and it's a difficult push at the best of times, especially with a sniper as well. We do see massive aggression from nerdRage all the way towards 1. We saw Kuna getting super, super deep, but you can only go so deep before you get a rocket to the face, and yeah, that's going to be him going back into the spawn queue for a little bit. Classy instead, going to be towards 1. I mean, the other team's got to know he's there, obviously. There's not going to be a great deal he can do when Mula's playing from behind point, but there is always a potential opportunity. Domo just got walked at by Yeehor, and now there's no demo man for Ascent, which is sad.
Yeah, especially when you're defending last, you need the stickies to trap off doors and make that spam happen if they try and flood. But you do have these two soldiers, Captain and Pappy, known for their coordination. But Captain actually going down as I say that. Yeehor's running in. He's just destroying them. Pappy getting low. Josh cleans him up. Seeds getting forced as well. Seeds isn't Ubering a single person. Does actually Uber Tiger. Ubering a spoke. Mula, no! He drops the Classy. Oh, it's a disaster once again from the other side. It could have been so good. It could have been 2-1. The dream was there, but the dream is dead.
Mate. Domo was just hitting like dammy dams all over the shop, and it was literally just like, mate, if you right click, nerdRage is 1, and then it's just like, nah man, it's all good, don't worry about it. And it's just gonna keep Ascent in it once again. And they're just not stopping. There's no stopping. People always just go all the time. Yeehor's just like, I just want to run at things, man. I'm a scout class, I just want to go, but Ascent have control of second now. They have players, they have their heals. It's like an equal Uber. There's no reason for them to panic, to do anything too much. Timer, 3 minutes left on the clock, right? This is going to come down to the wire.
Yeah, this could go to Golden Cap in the end, actually. I don't know which team's going to edge it out. They're both playing very well. I get the feeling that nerdRage have finally found their momentum, however, so they need to be careful now on the side of Ascent. I think Ascent are actually going to be content with holding second, you know. I don't feel like they're going to want to go anywhere. If they manage to find picks, I don't think they're going to make that risk happen unless they really want this win or really think they can make it happen by finding 3 frags, maybe finding 2 frags and potentially getting it. But I feel like nerdRage are going to have this flooding for the back cap play potentially in mind.
It's very possible, very possible. We'll have to see exactly what I think. We do see... Oh, nerdRage.
IT YOLO.
Oh my god.
The bomb comes out onto Seeds. That is a lot of YOLO. There you go, 2 frags down. And it looks like they're manning up. They are running in towards mid currently. They want to use this Uber charge and trade out before these respawners come in. Elikor getting super weak, is going to need an arrow from Mula, does get arrow. Josh getting low as well. Is going to retreat back towards Trick, but does get found. Tiger going down as well. But it looks like the bomb's coming out from Pappy in towards Cooney. They do force out the Uber immediately. And Seeds is actually on the point, not having to use Uber at all. Mula could get caught here if he's not escaping at all. But Seeds just dodging, ducking, diving, everything, not getting caught at all. Cooney trying to get his way back in, but isn't going to find anything here. Demon trying to just pressure from the IT area. They know they need to get this force. And Seeds posting. Yeehor in behind does get the force of the Seeds, however. And that is meaning that Classy just running forward to get a nice double meat shot towards Kunu. Mula with a beautiful surf in towards lobby. And that is meaning he's going to survive this eepily.
Mate, that was so clutch. There's so many decisions Ascent had to make, like, just suddenly, like, do we go, do we not? And I feel like they just played it a little bit slow, just a little bit too long, and now this is the opportunity nerdRage possibly want. Ascent, they don't want to give it up. Tiger's already gone down, though, and the stickies from Eloquence looking pretty good. He's going weak, though. He's getting so weak, he's getting taken down as well. 5 versus 5. No sustained sticky damage from the side of nerdRage. So it's kind of like they just got to, like, win fast, lose fast kind of situation. They still have the high ground, though, and this is important. 2 soldiers on the high ground still means a lot. There's a lot of work for Domo to be doing here. He's already combining with Captain to take down Kunu. Oh, it's traded out for Pappy, though. This is scary. 90%.
This is terrifying. If they get caught out here, it could be a complete disaster. It's just Josh and Yeehor there on the Uber. There's no demo man available. They just pop it on the point. It's not looking good, but Josh, nice little skip there. Oh my god, he gets thrust back through the choke. Get out of here! This classy as he beat shots him back into oblivion. And it looks like they are trying to send players in behind. Demo actually getting caught there. As Classy going to be taking the high ground now, trying to fight against Yeehor in a 2v1 scenario. Captain, the wombo combo! Absolutely destroying him in the skybox. What a play.
Oh my gooses. They're going to be going all the way through. Uber's getting used as well. We do see a demo just jumping in the skybox. Elocor's like, I'm not interested in this world anymore. And unfortunately, with 1 second left to go, there's not time.
Happy finds 2 frags right at the end as well. Oh. So we are going to a golden cap, ladies and gentlemen. This is so to the wire.
We are not. It's groups, mate. It's groups.
It's not groups. It's a draw. Oh no.
That's just a draw.
It's just a draw. It's not golden cap. Oh, that makes me so sad.
That is like 30 seconds longer. And you've got to think like Ascent would have got that round. Like that's so crazy.
Oh my god. You can't call it. If these teams make it to the grand finals together, we have no information to go off. Like, none at all. Because they've drawn against each other. And that is all from this game. So, if you do get a chance, please check out the merch for Critscast. That'd be great. Go to our Patreon, go to our Discord, join all the relevant social medias, follow us on all of them, and keep up with the action.
Hi, old beaver! Away!